Yeah, I couldn't be more proud of a basketball team. I've been doing this since 1998 and been a head coach since 2006. And honestly, this is probably as proud of a basketball team as I've ever been. The grit and the determination and the fight that our guys showed. I felt like App gave us their best punch early on. They were tough, they're physical, they're a great basketball team, and our guys withstood it, and we continue to play tough and continue to play together. We didn't panic. I mean, it's just great signs for a very young basketball team.
I thought the defense was really good for y'all, and good for them as well. I mean, it was just a hard-nosed basketball game.
Yeah, I got to give credit to Coach Mangrum on our staff. I mean, he did a great job scouting. You know, probably our Achilles heel is we haven't defended the three. We made some adjustments. It worked out phenomenally well because they're a very good three-point shooting team. I think they hit 15 in the second game that we played them, and that was obviously why they were able to beat us pretty handily. And so these adjustments worked really, really well. I think it's something that we're going to stick to. And but our guys, you know, regardless of what adjustment you make, they have to have the will and the fight and the determination to do it. And so it's a credit to them. But we have guys that are defensive minded. I mean, guys like Nick Stampley, Desmond Williams, Christian Turner. I mean, these guys have a defensive mindset.
And talk about Stampley's second game in a row that he really stepped up offensively.
He was phenomenal. I mean, he works so hard. He deserves every bit of success. I mean, he lives in the gym. I think he took 4 charges tonight. You know, he's just the ultimate OKG, take the stairs, do whatever a coach wants, and he's a winner. And so he's playing with a ton of confidence, and he should because he's put in the time.
Scott, do you see the young guys really kind of, coming together a little bit more?
I, I do. I think our young guys are understanding what it takes to win basketball games. We knew that they were winners and that they were great basketball players, but it's an adjustment going from high school or even from junior college to the Division I level. The physicality, the athleticism is just a level up. And our freshmen, sophomores, I mean, they're playing with so much poise. They don't panic. I mean, this was a game, if you were going to panic, this was a game that you were going to panic in, and they didn't. You know, they kept sticking to the game plan. They kept utilizing the ball screens. You know, between Dez, Duke, and Cam, the way they utilize those ball screens, I mean, if you watch NBA guys, like they're using the pick and roll like NBA guys. Most college players, high school players cannot make a pass to the roll. I mean, it's a hard thing to teach and do, and these guys were doing it all night long, and that's why Zay and Stamp were getting wide open looks. We got the layup where we hit Christian and he threw it to Zay. So just really, really impressive on the offensive end.
My only question is, coming from the second half when y'all began, was it kind of hard when their defense started to like come in on you guys a little bit?
Yeah, they really locked in on us. I think one adjustment we made is we started crossing our wings a little bit to try and confuse because they were really in help and we weren't able to hit the pocket pass as much. And so once we started doing that, it loosened up a little bit. But you know, they're one of the best defensive teams in the conference, and so we knew that we were going to have to be really, really good executing offensively.
There was one play that y'all had before the second half started where y'all completely beat their defense, and it was like the best part. How do you feel about that play, especially because that was a big moment for you guys?
I remember the play. It was Cam hit Christian on the pocket pass, and Christian threw the lob to Zay. And yeah, it was phenomenal. As good of a play as I've seen at any level. And so I can't wait to get back and watch it on film once I get home.
We knew that coming in that App State was going to try to like punch us in the mouth, so we just glad that we had withstood that run that they had did at first. And Coach Mangum talked about just extending the run, so I'm glad that we came out here and we played defense.
I want to ask you about the young guys. I guess without Nick, I guess passing it a little through the season, they seem to be now starting to get into jail a little bit. You're
Yeah.
one of the older guys. What do you see?
At first it was a challenge because some of those guys they do not listen. But then when you keep on harping on them, telling them we get into fights, and then I try to tell them that this is a high school, you can't do what you did here. You got to adapt. You got to buy into the culture and listen to Coach Cross. And so now I feel like that these young guys that there's really that they are really embodying what Coach is talking about.
Second stretch night that you had a really big game offensively. Talk about that a little bit. What's different right now?
I worked hard. That's the only thing I say. That I just worked hard. So I'm not surprised of my success offensively right now.
App State's obviously one of the better teams in the league. Where's y'all's conference level at?
Our confidence level is pretty high. We have a lot of confidence rolling in. We're ready for Georgia Southern coming in, so we're pretty confident.
I guess it's not. So coming off of last night where you scored the most points personally, and then again tonight you scored the same amount of points, not the same amount, but even more. How does that make you feel? Like having your teammates help you out, does that help you like score more points?
Yes, it does. Having my teammates in my ear talking to me like if I'm open, because sometimes I could get real passive, but my teammates they tell me, look, take the open shot, and the coaching staff they believe in me because they see me put in the work.
Okay, so call after call, because I know there were some calls y'all were kind of like confused and didn't understand why. So after like every single call that they made that y'all felt was negative towards y'all, did that like bring y'all back, or did that make y'all want to push harder to win?
At first, it was a challenge, but then that's when Coach Cross told us like it happens. Like the refs that they're not gonna be perfect, so we just glad that we had withstood the run, what they were saying, what they were doing.
At first, like coming in, we were nervous. Like it's a big difference from high school. So once we found out, like the leaders told us that, like we bought in, and stuff started changing. Like it's not high school. You gotta do things different.
And I know you started some, you come off the bench some. Is there a different mindset for you when you have to come off the bench, staying ready, or you feel more fresh down the stretch? How does it feel?
You just gotta come ready to play either way. Like I still get the minute either way, so I just stay ready. It don't matter if I come off the bench or not.
I thought Kam, y'all defense was really good today, and y'all played a game last night. Talk about the energy level and going out there and playing as hard as y'all did defensively.
We had a good scout report. Like we knew who the shooters was and who the shooter wasn't. So that made it easy for us to defend, help others defend. So it was,
I know that this is a new career high for you. You got 10 points and 6 assists. How do you feel about that?
I feel good. So my teammate was hitting shots, so that made me feel good. Nick Stampley, I got a lot of them off him. So we just been in the gym working every day.
So coming out of high school, I know that's a big change for you, and especially coming out of high school and straight into D1, and then being placed as a starter. How does that like? Is that a new experience for you, or is it kind of like just a little rub off the shoulder, like it's the same?
It's 50-50. Sometimes like the same, depending on who we play. But games like this, it's different. It's way different high school.